We're starting with a situation that looks like it just got worse. We're watching that traffic along the service road. This is I-30 eastbound in Grand Prairie. As I mentioned before, it is currently shut down right there at Texas 161 all the way to Loop 12 as a result of a major accident. But now it looks like that service road traffic at Beltline is not moving at all. An 18-wheeler was trying to cross through here. You still have your through traffic at this light. I'm not totally sure what the backup is being caused by. Again, this just happened a couple of minutes ago, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to keep you updated. Showing you this location on our map, you can see that bright stretch of red right around that area. I'm going to go ahead and get you a better map there. So again, along I-30 right there eastbound 161 to Loop 12 currently closed there. A couple other areas I want to check out before we get to Chris Ottegi, who's going to give us more on that accident. Here's a look at 45 at Lamar. You know you have elevated overpasses and bridges in this area as traffic is heading north and south of downtown Dallas. And look at those slick conditions. Visibility looks like it's hindered there a little bit too. Also watching as well, a live look that we're taking right along 67 at Redbird. So this is just north of I-20. This is the area that Greg was talking about that we're seeing some patchy ice. Things get a little dicey once you hit 67 north of 20. And you can see that ice on that roadway there at our Redbird South camera. And one more check for you at the high five. Here's a look at your overpasses there. You can see traffic taking it slow around those curves, elevated curves, as they should be. Okay, so as I mentioned before, Chris Ottegi is out there with more information for us now on the accident that is currently really slowing things down in the Grand Prairie area along I-30 eastbound. Chris?
Yeah, Stacia, we were listening to your report. That backup that you're talking about is a little bit further to the east from where we are right now. We are west of Beltline on I-30. You talked about how those eastbound lanes are still shut down. There is service road traffic going through, at least at this portion. They are moving very slowly. A lot of them have their flashers on. On my way out here, it was very slow going. There is that glaze on the road that causes you to slip and slide. Our staff, as they were coming into work, reported seeing multiple crashes. It's just a reminder as you get out on the road this morning that there is still danger out there. In fact, our Teresa Woodard had a front row seat to it all. She was headed home from work last night and was the first car in line when they shut I-30 in the westbound direction down. From her video, we could see a jackknifed semi-truck on the westbound side. Grand Prairie officers there on the scene told her that the truck hit a patch of black ice, so they shut down the highway, not only because of the crash, but they also needed to get salt and sand in the area to try and keep it from happening again. Teresa said her ride back home that usually takes 25 minutes took 2.5 hours.
It was not a pileup up ahead. It was just multiple small crashes, I was told. This was through Grand Prairie. Anyway, they forced us to exit the interstate, and I took some back streets and went probably no more than 15 or 20 miles an hour the entire way.
Yeah, so really good advice to take it slow if you do have to get out this morning, particularly on I-30. As I was coming out here, I made sure that I was dropping my speed along with seemingly everyone else on the road. I mentioned a lot of drivers had their flashers on. So still a perilous situation on I-30. Our Morgan Young is out on the roads. And Morgan, what's the situation been for you this morning?
Well, Chris, very similar to what you were saying. We are actually right now on 114. I'll show you what we're looking at. We went from 35 east to 114. We're actually heading toward Grapevine to check out that accident that Stacia was talking about. And you know, what Chris was just saying has been absolutely true for us. I mean, if you look at what we're looking at now, yeah, the highway, these roads, they look clear, but my photographer Martin was saying that we are hitting patches of ice. And I don't know if you can see it, but while the two lanes, maybe 2 or 3 lanes that are in the middle are clear, the sides that we're looking at are still really icy. And we also noticed that the on and off ramps to this roadway have also been icy as well. We are seeing people feel a little bit more confident. They're driving a little bit faster, but a testament to the accident that we're on our way to now. Grapevine police said, yeah, it is still slick outside. And in the statement that they released about this accident involving that 18-wheeler, that driver lost control of that vehicle on icy roads. So again, it's just a reminder that even if it looks clear, even if it looks safe, I know we start to feel a little little bit more confident, we are hitting ice, and it's not super obvious at this point, like as we're driving here that we see it, but we can feel it in the vehicle. So just, you know, not wanting to sound like a broken record, but can attest to exactly what Chris is saying. It is still slick out here, even if it's not super obvious. And we are going to check back in with you guys once we get to that accident in Grapevine and get some more information about what we're seeing. But I'll send it back in studio to Greg for now.